Hello all and welcome back to Sew Granny Sew and also day number 7 of our Valentine's Day quilt. So today we are making the L and we are going to need a total of 7 of our colored blocks at 2.5-inch square and a total of 29 of our background fabric of 2.5-inch squares. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside and we will get this block laid out. It is super simple today. And as we've been doing, we're going to do an outer frame of 6 across, 6 down. Once we have our outer frame down, then we're going to go ahead and do 4 at the bottom, the second from the bottom row. And then we're going to do 3 more going up on the left side. Then we're going to fill in our excess with the background fabric. As I said, this block is super simple, so there's the L all laid out. So now we're just going to flip row 1 onto 2, 3 onto 4, and 5 onto 6, and we'll get those pinned together. So we'll go ahead and get that done. You want to pin on the side you're going to sew. Once we have them all pinned into place, we're going to go ahead and work from the top down to the bottom and stack those up. Once we have them all stacked up, we're just going to take them to the sewing machine and sew them one right after the other with a 1/4-inch seam, making sure to line up those edges as we sew them. So I'll go ahead and get that done, iron them open, and I'll meet you back here. We now have our rows sewed together into 3 pieces. So now we're just going to take one row and flip it onto the middle row. We're going to line up those edges. And pin that together. I'll go ahead and get this row finished. Once we have them all pinned together, we're going to take them to the sewing machine. We're going to put a 1/4-inch seam all the way along there. We'll come back, iron it open. And then we'll join this row onto this side in the same fashion. So I'll get these rows together, I'll iron them flat, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, our blocks are sewn together and ironed flat. Do note that we're going to iron opposite on each row, so our seams will nest in. So we're just going to flip the bottom one up onto the next one. We're going to line up those seams in the middle and nest them in and pin those together. And we're just going to continue pinning all of our seams along there. And we're going to do that to all 3 rows. So once we get all 3 rows pinned together, we're going to take those to the sewing machine and we're going to put a 1/4-inch seam all the way along each of the rows that are pinned. We'll come back, we'll iron those open, and then we'll have 3 sections and we'll put them together, attach this one to this and this to the middle in the same fashion as we did here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this block together and I will meet you back here. So our letter L is now complete. It did not film when I cut this down, but you're just going to take your 12.5-inch roller. You're going to lay that over top. You're going to line up with these corners of these corner squares, the very peak of the corners. And you're just going to put that around, and then you'll just trim it up on all 4 sides. We have shown that in other videos. So this block is already pre-trimmed down. So I had a question a couple videos back, I think it was, or maybe one, on will the colors run in this quilt? I take my darker colored fabrics like that and I soak them in a sink full of cool water with a cup of vinegar. And then when you rinse it, make sure that it's rinsing clear water. There is also color catch sheets that you can put in your laundry. I will link them in a few different kinds. Different people have different preferences on what kind they use. So I'll link a few different ones in the description below and you can take a look at those as well. I've heard those work pretty good. I've heard some people just use a couple, some people use up to 8 or 9. So it all depends. But you can explore that. Take some of your fabric, take a little piece and put it in some cool water and see if it bleeds out. Throw in a color catch sheet and see how much is obtained on the color catch sheet. Anyway, so that completes our letter L. Our next letter will be the letter B. So be on the lookout for that video coming up next. As always, guys, if you found this video useful, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we'd love to have you here at Sew Granny Sew. Thanks all. Have a good day. Bye.